Welcome back to this channel, Hollywood Secrets.
We're diving into the powerful and heartbreaking stories of 25 African-American celebrities whose lives were forever changed by addiction. You won't want to miss this video. It will make you reflect and think. Share your thoughts with us, and let us know which celebrity's story has left the most profound impact on you. Tragic story of an African-American star caught up in the whirlwind of addiction is Whitney Houston, who is still remembered as one of the greatest voices in music history. With her powerful and soulful voice, she left a lasting impression on fans and influenced generations of artists. Whitney Houston had it all: fame, fortune, and countless awards, with over 220 million albums sold worldwide. However, in the late 1980s and 1990s, she began to exhibit unusual behavior that was a warning sign of her addiction problem. On February 11, 2012, the world lost a music legend when Whitney Houston was found unresponsive in her bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner reported that her cause of death was drowning, with atherosclerotic heart disease and cocaine use as contributing factors. They also confirmed that the amount of cocaine in her system indicated that Whitney had used the drug shortly before her death, leading to her tragic drowning. Whitney Houston's death remains a painful reminder of the devastating effects of addiction, not just on celebrities, but on anyone who has faced the whirlwind of addiction in their lives. Eddie Griffin, a famous comedian and writer, is known for his stand-up comedy and films such as Undercover Brother and Malcolm and Eddie. He is known for his sharp sense of humor and down-to-earth style, which has quickly won him the love of his audience. However, like many other artists, Griffin has also faced a tough battle with addiction. His late-night lifestyle and hectic work schedule made it easy for him to fall into substance abuse, which affected both his personal and professional life. Fortunately, Griffin has overcome these challenges and is now willing to share his story to warn about the negative effects of alcohol and drugs. In a recent interview, he shared his journey, emphasizing the importance of joy in life, love, and truth, while also inspiring those who are facing hardships with the message that there is always hope in times of despair. Another African-American star who faced serious struggles with addiction was Rick James, one of the most prominent and influential musicians of his time. With his unique blend of rhythm and blues, funk and rock, Rick James became a huge name, especially after his breakthrough album Come Get It in 1978, which featured the hit song You and I. However, as his career reached its peak, he also faced the temptations that came with fame, including drugs, alcohol, and wild parties. As his success continued, Rick James began using stimulants as a way to cope with the pressures of the music industry and to maintain his energy for intense performances. Initially, the drug use was recreational, but over time it became a serious addiction. Rick James admitted that he spent thousands of dollars a week on drugs, which led to a decline in both his career and his health. He suffered from a number of serious medical problems, including diabetes, strokes, and heart attacks. On the morning of August 6, 2004, fans were shocked to learn that Rick James had died at his home in Los Angeles. An autopsy revealed that his body contained more than 9 different substances, although none of them directly caused his death. Rick James died at the age of 56, leaving behind a great musical legacy, but also a sad reminder of the devastation that addiction can have on a person, no matter how successful they were. Samuel L. Jackson, one of Hollywood's most iconic and legendary actors, has faced personal challenges throughout his 4-decade-long career. With more than $27 billion in worldwide box office revenue, Jackson is the highest-grossing actor of all time. However, his road to the top was not easy. In the late 1970s, As Samuel L. Jackson's career began to soar, he struggled with alcohol and drug addiction. Initially, he used them as a way to cope with the intense pressures of the film industry and financial hardships. However, over time, his drug and alcohol abuse became a serious problem that affected not only his personal life but also his career. It was not until 1991, when Jackson returned home drunk from a farewell party with friends, that his wife discovered him unconscious on the kitchen floor. She begged him to get help, and fortunately, Jackson decided to change. After several visits to rehab, he successfully overcame his addiction. Looking back, Jackson admits that his addiction hindered his career. He believes that if it weren't for the drugs and alcohol, his performances would have been even more impressive and outstanding. However, his resilience and determination to overcome his struggles helped him become one of the greatest actors in the world of cinema. Nate Robinson, a former professional basketball player and standout athlete, won the hearts of sports fans with his impressive dunks and fierce competitive spirit. Despite being drafted only 59th overall, he became a three-time NBA dunk champion in 2010, proving that talent and heart can overcome any physical limitations. However, despite his great career success, Nate faced a tough personal struggle: alcoholism. Initially, his drinking was light, but it gradually became regular and began to affect his performance on the court, as well as his personal relationships. In 2022, Nate revealed that he was dealing with kidney disease, a result of years of alcohol abuse. By April 2024, his kidney condition had become so severe that he needed a kidney transplant to survive. In an interview with Men's Health, he shared, "I want to live another 40 years, be a grandfather, watch my grandchildren grow up, take them to the gym, and tell them stories about my time in the NBA." Nate's recovery journey is a testament to the power of determination and hope in overcoming personal challenges. Legendary singer, songwriter, and rapper Lauryn Hill is one of the most influential artists in music history. With over 50 million albums sold worldwide, she is one of the best-selling female rappers of all time. However, the immense pressure of maintaining a public image, a demanding touring schedule, and fan expectations became an unbearable burden for her. In 2000, Lauryn Hill decided to take a break from the spotlight and disappear from the public eye. This period was a great challenge for her. During this time, Hill took a break from her management team, stopped giving interviews, and even stopped watching TV or listening to music. She began to show signs of stress and unstable behavior related to substance abuse. Despite these hardships, Lauryn Hill has maintained great respect among fans and the music industry thanks to her extraordinary talent and significant contributions to music culture. Lamar Odom, a talented professional basketball player, is an unfortunate example of how a promising career can be cut short by substance abuse. Lamar's career began to take off in the early 2000s, and he joined the Los Angeles Lakers, where he and the legendary Kobe Bryant helped the team win back-to-back NBA championships in 2009 and 2010. He also received the Sixth Man of the Year award in 2011. Despite his great success on the court, Lamar has faced serious personal struggles, especially with substance abuse. In an interview with TMZ, Lamar shared that his condition became so bad that when he married his ex-wife Khloe Kardashian, she had to use his phone to contact him and take him away when he needed help. The climax of this struggle came on October 13, 2015, when Lamar overdosed on drugs at a Nevada brothel. He faced serious health issues including kidney failure, multiple heart attacks, and 12 strokes, falling into a coma, and requiring a ventilator. This medical crisis not only marked the end of his basketball career, but also affected his marriage. causing everything to collapse painfully. Lamar Odom's story is a poignant reminder of the devastating effects of addiction on a person's life and career, even when they have achieved greatness. Marvin Gaye, a great icon in the history of rhythm and blues and soul music, especially in the African American community, faced a tragic battle with addiction. Despite his immense success in his musical career, his struggle with addiction is a sad story behind the spotlight. Marvin Gaye's battle with substance abuse began in the early 1960s, when he was first exposed to cocaine. By the late 1970s, his dependence on the drug had become severe. Despite repeated attempts to seek help and enter rehab centers, he was trapped in a vicious cycle of withdrawal and relapse. Psychological issues such as anxiety and depression further exacerbated his addiction, deeply affecting both his personal life and his musical career. Marvin Gaye's paranoia became so severe that he began wearing a bulletproof vest, only removing it when performing on stage or returning home because he believed someone was plotting against him. His mental and emotional suffering escalated until tragedy struck on April 1st, 1984. After a heated argument with his father, an unfortunate event resulted in Marvin Gaye's death. The loss was not only a personal tragedy for his family, but also a huge shock to his fans and the African American community. When his autopsy was performed, cocaine was found in his system, becoming a stark reminder of the devastating effects of addiction. Marvin Gaye's life and career are a sad testament to how addiction can destroy even great talent. Snoop Dogg, whose real name is Calvin Kazar Broadus Jr., is known not only for his musical talent, but also for his unique relationship with cannabis. He has always been open about his love for the plant, and it has become an integral part of his public image. While he has never admitted to being a marijuana addict, Snoop Dogg has frequently mentioned his use of cannabis as part of his lifestyle and music brand. He is also a strong advocate for the legalization of cannabis and has launched his own brand, Leafs by Snoop. Snoop Dogg's use of cannabis has led to much discussion about his relationship with it, especially since a star as big as him promotes it as part of his persona. Despite his status as a West Coast cultural icon, there are no reports that he has had a serious addiction problem as many people understand addiction. Instead, his marijuana use appears to be a personal choice that contributes to Snoop Dogg's distinctive image and lifestyle. D'Angelo, a famous singer, songwriter, and producer, is a prime example of a star who has faced a difficult battle with addiction. He rose to prominence in the R&B and soul genres in the mid-1990s, most notably with his albums Brown Sugar and Voodoo. Following the huge success of these albums, D'Angelo found himself in the spotlight of the public and the media. While this increased his fame, it also began to negatively impact his mental health. Deciding to retreat from the spotlight, D'Angelo shared with his bandmates that he wanted to get away from it all, drink and be quiet so he could grow a beard and gain weight. However, once he withdrew from the public eye, his life took a more difficult turn as he struggled with alcohol and substance abuse. Initially, he used them as a way to cope with the pressure and stress of fame, but the situation quickly spiraled out of control, leading to several arrests and a serious car accident in 2005. However, D'Angelo found his way back in 2014 with the album Black Messiah, proving that despite his difficult times, he never gave up. His story is a testament to resilience and perseverance, but also a reminder that not every star is as fortunate to have the opportunity to change and overcome challenges as he has. The story of Michael K. Williams, the Hollywood actor best known for his roles in The Wire and Boardwalk Empire, is both an inspiring and tragic one. Williams became a household name with his role as Omar Little in The Wire, a principled yet terrifying mobster. However, playing a character mired in the world of drugs took a toll on his mental and emotional health, leading him to struggle with his own internal struggles and addictions. Starting with a habit of smoking pot, Williams gradually became dependent on various substances. His life became even more difficult when he publicly shared that he was seeking help to deal with his mental health and addiction issues. However, on September 6, 2021, at the age of 54, Williams was found dead in his Brooklyn apartment by his nephew. The New York City Medical Examiner's Office confirmed that his cause of death was a combination of prescription drug overdose and multiple substances. Michael K. Williams's death is a stark reminder of the devastating effects addiction can have, even on those who have achieved great success in their careers. His story is also a reminder of the importance of taking care of your mental health and seeking support during difficult times. Clifford Joseph Harris Jr., better known by his stage name T.I., is an African-American rapper and actor who struggled with addiction early in his career. T.I. was involved in drug trafficking and experimented with illegal substances. However, things took a turn for the worse after he was released from prison on March 26, 2010, after being convicted of weapons charges. After his release from prison, T.I. began using prescription painkillers to relieve pain from dental surgeries. However, what began as a treatment for pain quickly turned into a battle with addiction. He overcame his addiction, however, and in recent years, T.I. has turned his personal struggles into a force for positive change. T.I. He has been open about his struggles with addiction and the steps he has taken to recover. He has also become a strong advocate for rehabilitation, rather than punishment, for those who commit crimes, especially in the African American community. His story is a reminder of the importance of overcoming personal challenges and using them to make a positive impact on the community. Pimp C, the famous rapper and producer, is one of the most heartbreaking examples of a celebrity who could not overcome addiction. He was one half of the legendary hip-hop group UGK with Bun B, whose groundbreaking albums such as Too Hard to Swallow, 1992, Super Tight, and Riding Dirty cemented the group's far-reaching influence in the hip-hop community. However, Pimp C's struggle with addiction began with the hardships and pressures of the music industry. On the morning of December 4, 2007, he was found unconscious in his West Hollywood hotel room. Medical staff confirmed his death shortly thereafter. His death was determined to be the result of a cough syrup overdose, combined with sleep apnea, a condition that can cause breathing to stop while sleeping. The heart of the hip-hop community and fans lost a great talent when Pimp C passed away at the age of 30. His story is a reminder of the devastating effects of addiction and the destruction it can cause, even on prominent stars. We begin with the heartbreaking story of Earl Simmons, better known as DMX. DMX was one of the most famous and influential rappers of his generation, known for his raw musical style, powerful vocals, and impressive performances. Although he is one of the legends of hip-hop, winning many prestigious awards, his legacy is heavily influenced by his personal challenges, especially his battle with addiction. DMX's career began in 1985, when he was a beatboxer for local rapper Reddy Ron in small performances. He then decided to pursue a career in rap under the name DMX, which initially stood for Divine Master of the Unknown, and he later adopted the moniker Darkman X. Along the way, he struggled with addiction. DMX shared in a November 2020 interview that he first tried cocaine when Ron tricked him into smoking a cigarette laced with the drug. It was the beginning of a long and painful battle with addiction. Despite multiple visits to rehab centers over the years, DMX was unable to maintain sobriety. Tragedy struck on the night of April 2, 2021, when he suffered a heart attack at home and was rushed to the hospital. The cause was a dangerous combination of stimulants, alcohol, and complications from an infection. His condition became severe, with respiratory failure and brain damage, leading to the failure of vital organs such as the liver, kidneys, and lungs. Within days, DMX passed away at the age of 50. DMX's story remains a painful reminder of the devastating effects that addiction can have, even on talented and famous people. Lil' Kim, whose real name is Kimberly Denise Jones, is a pioneering black rapper and icon in the world of hip-hop. She has established herself as one of the most influential women in rap. However, behind her tough exterior, Lil' Kim has struggled with her own struggles and inner pain. Her struggles with addiction began when she left home at the age of 14 and entered the dangerous world of drug dealers. She worked as a handyman for these dealers and gradually turned to drugs as a way to cope with her insecurities and feelings of low self-esteem. Lil' Kim's relationship with Notorious B.I.G. also had a major impact on her life and the struggles she faced, especially after his death in 1997. The loss put a huge strain on both her career and her health, leading to legal troubles. In 2005, Lil' Kim was convicted of perjury and lying to a jury in a case involving her friends. After her release from prison, she worked to restore her career, but the lingering effects of addiction continued to be a major challenge for her. Although her battle with addiction was not easy, Lil' Kim continued to dedicate herself to music and continued to seek recovery in her life. Rule, one of the most famous rappers, has struggled with substance abuse despite his incredibly successful career. He has sold millions of albums and earned millions of dollars from his music and reality TV shows. However, Ja Rule's road to success was not easy. At a young age, around 12 to 13 years old, Ja Rule began dealing drugs to help his mother through financial difficulties. He also began experimenting and quickly fell into addiction. His battle with drugs became public when he faced serious legal problems, including a 2011 prison sentence for firearms possession and tax evasion. Although he has not publicly disclosed the specific treatments he received during his recovery, his time in prison helped Ja Rule reassess his life. It was a powerful wake-up call, prompting him to reflect on his choices and his future. Since his release from prison, he has focused on rebuilding his career and personal life, returning to music and embarking on new business ventures. Ja Rule has also emphasized the importance of recovery and making positive decisions in the hope of inspiring others who are struggling with similar struggles. Jimi Hendrix is one of the greatest guitarists in the history of rock music and is celebrated for his profound influence and outstanding talent. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he is considered one of the most influential guitarists of all time. However, his career and life were not all about the glory, but also associated with difficulties and challenges. In his early years, especially in 1962, Hendrix began to experience a difficult period when he faced personal problems. He began to use alcohol and then combined it with drugs, which gradually had a serious impact on his health, career, and relationships. His health and behavioral problems became increasingly evident, and this was part of the challenges he faced in life. Finally, on September 18, 1970, Jimi Hendrix died at the age of 27. His death, although still breathing when discovered, was the result of a serious accident involving an overdose of sleeping pills. His death left a deep sadness in the music community and especially for rock fans around the world, marking the tragic end of a music legend. Richard Pryor, one of the greatest and most influential comedians in history, had a remarkable career in the entertainment industry. With many prestigious awards, including an Emmy and 5 Grammys, he left a deep mark on the public. However, his career and life were severely affected by drug and alcohol abuse in the late 1970s. Addiction became a sad part of Pryor's life, making him famous for his erratic behavior and leading to his friends and associates gradually shunning him. This condition not only caused him legal and financial troubles, but also had a profound impact on his personal life. His wife at the time, Jennifer Lee, shared that she left him after discovering his cocaine use, describing drugs as Pryor's lover, and that no matter how hard she tried, she could not change his condition. In 1977, after years of smoking and alcohol abuse, Pryor suffered a mild heart attack at the age of 36. However, his years of addiction continued to haunt him. In 1990, he suffered a second heart attack, and on the morning of December 10, 2005, Richard Pryor died of a third heart attack at his home in Los Angeles. Reports said the cause of death was coronary artery disease, partly caused by years of smoking. Richard Pryor's story is a sad reminder of the effects of substance abuse on a person's health and life, even when they have great career success. Nate Dogg, one of the icons of hip-hop, is known as the King of the Hook for his deep voice and catchy choruses in classic West Coast rap hits. However, in addition to his great contributions to music, Nate Dogg's life has also been deeply affected by addiction issues. Growing up in an environment full of addictive substances, this influence played a significant role in shaping his lifestyle and decisions. Alcohol, drugs, and partying gradually became an integral part of his life, severely affecting both his health and personal relationships. On December 19, 2007, after years of struggling with addiction, Nate Dogg suffered a stroke. Although he was fortunate to recover after a week in the hospital and undergoing rehabilitation, he continued to abuse alcohol and drugs throughout his treatment. Unfortunately, on September 12, 2008, he suffered a second stroke, and shortly thereafter, on March 15, 2011, Nate Dogg passed away at the age of 41 in Long Beach, due to complications from the strokes and congestive heart failure. Nate Dogg's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the toll that addiction can take on anyone, no matter how talented and successful. Diddy Combs, also known by nicknames such as Puff Daddy, is one of the biggest stars in hip-hop. He has not only achieved great success in his career, but also had a profound impact on the music industry. However, his struggle with addiction has become a major part of his life story, turning a legend into a cautionary tale. Despite Diddy's great achievements, his substance abuse issues have taken a toll on his personal and professional relationships. Poor decisions and illegal behavior along the way have led to him facing more than a few scandals. Not only has Diddy's addiction affected his physical and mental health, but it has also led to lawsuits, affecting his reputation. He is currently facing serious charges and could face jail time if convicted. Diddy's story is a reminder of the far-reaching and devastating impact that addiction can have, even on people with great talent and promise. One of the most prominent figures in Southern hip-hop, has become known for his high energy and unique performance style. However, his personal life has been marred by legal troubles and his battle with substance abuse. Mystical has had multiple run-ins with the law, including arrests for drug-related offenses, including possession of controlled substances and violating the terms of his probation. His struggle with addiction has been a long and storied part of his life, resulting in him facing serious prison sentences, including one that lasted 6 years. Although Mystical has pleaded not guilty to the drug possession charges, his run-ins with the law clearly reflect his personal struggles and ongoing struggle with substance abuse.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like this, feel free to like this video and press the bell icon and review the video in the comments section below.